Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is January. It is time to make some money, and we're getting an early start to the month because the way this game works is it says the top price is in January, but the price starts going down as soon as you hit midnight in January. So we're getting an early start to try to get as much of this delivered before the price drops too much. We're still right at the top price for all the products we need to sell. So let's jump in and get to work. 5 hours later, and all the bales have finally been delivered, but the bank account is liking what it sees. So we're up to $287,000, but we're not quite done selling stuff yet. We're gonna get back here to the farm, and we're gonna switch out the trailers real quick because we still have a few more things to sell before we go into spend mode. Only one big purchase today, and you guys already know what that is, but we finally get to make it a formality. I can stop talking about it. Turn in here. I've only had to plow the roads twice. You saw both of those. It's been holding after this second time pretty well, so we're doing alright. Got a little path around the farm here to get to the bale barn back here, but we're done with this trailer, so we're going to go drop it off. And I'm going to jump into the menu real quick before I drive all the way into town with this other trailer as we switch them out. Put the tailgate back up. Hook up to this trailer now. Before we head back into town, let me look. I think lettuce's top price is actually in February. Yes, but we are right at that max price right now, only off by $2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the lettuce and where was that at? The diner. And the bread's gonna go to the diner too. So we're gonna take some lettuce into the diner, and then we're gonna come back around and get some bread. And that should be the end of all the selling, and then we can start buying. I guess I'm having trouble with the hill there, so let me jump out of here. Let me go into here and find my trigger. Where's my trigger? Where's my trigger? Where is my trigger? Oh, I bet you I need to do it this way. Do I need to do it this way? No, no objects in storage. Where is my trigger? Don't tell me we just lost all of our lettuce. Oh, there we go. Enter vehicle. It says we have 298 bushels of lettuce in here. Oh, maybe I just need to, it's not the spawn trigger, maybe I just need to do it this way. Let's see if this works. No? Well, shoot. Well, we'll go ahead and go take care of the bread, and then I'll come back off camera and figure out how to get my stuff out of there. Actually, you know, let me try something quick. No, we're just gonna go into town and get the bread, and I'll come figure that out. Off camera. Because it's not recognizing this trailer either. So I'm wondering if I have to pull up onto that point, and it has to be a trailer that the game recognizes, and it's like, and it works like pulling under a silo where it gives you the icon to start filling. But I don't know. So we're gonna go into town. We'll get the bread, and then I'll take care of the lettuce off camera, and then we'll go to the bank and make our purchase. Did pretty well driving. I'm getting better. And as I say that, I go off the road. I was about to say I only had a couple of small incidents during all those trips with the bales. I had the one incident where I went off the road a little bit, and then I had another incident where somebody decided to run a stop sign and pull out in front of me. But other than that, went pretty smoothly. Oh, there was one other incident where the guy stopped in the intersection when I was trying to turn, and I had to go past the sale barn until he moved and then backed up. But not too bad. I've had worse days driving. I guess it kind of helps where these roads are perfectly straight, other than those 2 minor curves. But get in here and get this bread. Get it to the diner. Sorry, I'm just looking at the options for my trailer there. I did not check the side streets to make sure they were plowed off, but if they're just like the city streets, they should be good. So far, knock on wood, we haven't gotten as much snow as we did last year, but I feel like last year it was it was in January when I was delivering the bales, I just drove on the snow, and then it was February that I plowed it all. So it's gonna keep snowing. We might have to plow again. We'll see. All right. See, this is what I get about talking about how good my driving is. I've now wrecked twice since I started recording again. Another thing we did is I went back and decided to just keep making regular bread, because I'm not gonna. I got all this money. I have plans for all this money. I don't want to spend $20,000 buying butter to make cornbread, so we're just gonna keep on producing regular bread until we're out of flour. At which point we'll just cease production until we get another round of wheat or oats or whatever we decide to use. So now let's see, can I pull up next to this and let's see if these will auto load, because this is supposed to be an auto loading trailer. I guess it's not an auto load in the aspect that I guess I have to manually still load it, and then it goes on. Let's find out. Will it let me lift these? Okay, let's see. Yeah, see. Alright, so that's what I gotta do. I just gotta get the pallets close, and then it... Well, that's not too bad. We're gonna use our brute strength to do this. Get this bread loaded. And that's why I need to get the lettuce to spawn to use this trailer. I don't know how much this will hold, but we're going to keep going until it tells me it can't take anymore. Well, that's weird. So if I go put one right there, will it fill this gap? Maybe? No. Guess it just doesn't want to put anything right there. That's weird. And you see it keeps spawning. That's because we just kept making it, and only so much shows up. So it's going to keep popping out. We're going to keep loading it here until it stops showing up. Or until the trailer stops taking it, one of the two. And is it stopped spawning? Let's give it a second to catch up. Looks like we're good. Alright, let's see if we can get these last 4 in here, and if not, I'll stick a couple on the back of the truck. I'll get up there. Nope. By the look at the thing down there, it says we're down to 14 bread, so it looks like we're good in that aspect. Now, will it take this other one and start a second layer? I don't know where that one went. It looks like it started a third row over there on the... No? Where did it go? Yeah, see? And we're full. We'll just do this. I'm gonna put you in the back of the pickup. Just like that. Let you tip all over everywhere. We'll strap you down. Oh, apparently I got my super strength on still. Used that for something earlier and apparently I never shut it off. And so now we want to fasten belts. Alright, 15,000 pieces of bread. And we're off to the diner to sell that. And since the bank is right here, we'll just jump out and go to the bank real quick. Alright. Let's sell us some bread. Let's see what we get here. It's working. It's working. Look at that money jump. Look at that money go. Who wants to be a millionaire today? Final tally. $50,000. Alright. Well, let's jump in. Let's run into the back door of the bank here real quick. And while we're here, let's take care of this. Farmland. Down here. Farmland number 7. $141,000. It is purchased. Now we need to get the soil information for another $6,000. And there we go. That field is purchased. How much does this one cost? We got 191,000 left. That one's 633. I want to get that one eventually, but I don't feel like taking out a loan right now to do it. All right. Well, I'm going to go figure out this lettuce, and we will be back probably in March after everything thaws out, so you can see what we're going to do with the land we just purchased before we start planting. Alright, we've made it to March, so let's finish this video out. I did figure out what the issue with the lettuce was, and that was that all of the trailer I was using was an auto-load trailer. The game only recognized it as a bale trailer. So I had to get a trailer that actually recognized pallets. So we'll be using that from now on. Got the lettuce sold off. We do now have some more wall lettuce and eggs in storage, but we're in March. It's time to get busy with field work, but we have to spend a little bit more money before we can get there. The first thing I want to look at is I want to go over here and make sure that, let's see, blue is cultivated, so there is nothing growing on this field that we purchased. And then we have field 4 here that has been harvested that needs to be cultivated. In the future, we're going to buy field 10, but that's at $600,000. So we're not going to buy that yet, but I'm going to show you as we go into the landscaping mode here, though. The reason that I left those 2 swaths of straw in the last video, and that's because I am going to combine these fields. So eventually I'm going to buy, probably next year if I can get to $600,000, we'll see. Eventually I'm going to buy this field here that surrounds the rest of the land, and I'm going to combine that with this field. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring this path straight through, and the reason I left these straw swaths here is you can kind of see in the ground that was a straight line using the harvester. So when I come and try to use the plow to drive straight, it will help me finish all this out. And then we're going to put up 2 silos over here. We're going to make this field a little bit bigger, and then we're going to straighten out this road too. So we're going to do that first. So let me go find, which one do I want to use? Let's use the mostly dusty gravel here. Let's see if it's going to let me do this. Nope. I don't own that land yet, so I'm not going to be able to do that part there. Okay. So what I want to do then is I want to go over here, and I want to get some green grass. And I'm going to get me the widest swath that I possibly can, and I'm just going to come straight through to that road right there, and it looks like I'm like on the edges of what the game thinks I own, but I might be able to do this. So I want to take this, and again, that's why I left these two straw swaths, so I had a straight line to follow to do this. And you can see it that this costs money. It's not shown right now, but it's $2 for each little bit of grass that I put down. I think once I close the menu, it might charge me for it, but usually it charges you money to do the landscaping. Okay, like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with this dusty gravel and go slightly smaller than we did with the grass. There, now you can see the gravel's charging me money. We're just going to come through here with this. Straight through. And bam, we're going to connect it in right there. The point. Now, I might come back and see. Now what I can do now is I can take this grassy gravel and kind of drag it along the edges and kind of drag it through the middle and make it look kind of like a worn path, like we've been driving equipment through here. Just kind of like that. Gives it a little bit of character. You just use your mouse. If you go slower, you don't get as many gaps in between it. Dragging that down that side, drag it down to this side a little bit more, back down the middle. See there, you can see I got a little bit faster. So now that we've done that, the next thing we're going to do is go put up the silos for the cows. And those, I already know which ones I want to use. It's not those with the American flags on them, unfortunately. Actually, I think these do. So I want this one right here, and that's the output. It looks like I'm going to have to use a silage blower on it, but that's fine. We are going to turn it this way. Yeah. Now, how do I want to do this? Yeah. One there for silage. And then we're going to get this one here to turn corn into mineral feed. And so now what I'm going to do is go back to landscaping. And we're going to go back to this dusty gravel. Actually, let's do more plain gravel, because if we're using this to feed cows, we're going to be using this on a regular basis. So then what I'm going to do here is just kind of do a straight path there. into a straight path here, connect that in right there. I might actually just go ahead and bring this all the way through and connect that there. And so then now we have our silos down. And then, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this field all the way through to this dirt road over here. So now that we've done all of that, I'm going to jump into the tractor over here and I'm going to show you how we're going to finish this. And then I'll get to work. I don't know when I'll be back. Actually, I might show you planting in April and May. I'm not going to show you any plowing again. We've done that before. So we're going to go over here. And there's a trick to this. If you're using older equipment without GPS, there's a couple of things that you can do to get some straight field edges if you're landscaping like this. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to drive this out here with this John Deere 630 disc that actually works as a plow. I'm not necessarily worried about this spot right here by the barn, but it's going to be the same concept. And then I'm going to go around. I'm not gonna plow up what has the alfalfa and wheat on it yet. We'll probably come back and do this side later. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on my menu real quick to make sure I have this set. I'm going to allow this to create fields. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my tractor up on the edge of this field. And now I'll have to come back and kind of do the edges by hand. But now, if I've done this right, if I hire a worker, I should be on a straight line. And he's going to drive straight and make a field edge for me. So I'm going to do that on both sides of this path, and then I'm going to go make this other field a little bit bigger. So I think what we're going to do, we're probably going to end up putting, I might put soybeans back on this field again. I haven't decided yet. But one of these fields is going to be soybeans. One of these fields is going to be corn this time around. And then after we get the wheat out, we're going to combine these other three fields into one big field, and then I'm going to end up planting grass out there on the new field. But these three fields right here, the soybean stubble, the alfalfa field, and the wheat field are going to be turned into one field once harvest season is done. And then that's probably going to be my primary soybean field because it's going to be my biggest field. I'll do corn here on the smaller field, and then I'm going to do grass out there by the road to start making hay for the cows and the sheep. So a little bit longer on this episode than the last couple, but I hope you guys got something out of it. Something a little bit different, but we're well on our way to making the farm into what we want it. And all I'm doing here is I'm going to go in here and get this little edge right here with grass, and now we have a straight edge. So as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to keep up to date with future content. But we'll see you next time on Moose Farms. Thank you for watching.